Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Alpha and we are doing another Pokemon challenge video. Today's challenge will be, can you beat Pokemon Black with only baby Pokemons? I feel like a lot of people have done this already on YouTube. I've seen some videos going around with them. I think it was for like Heart Gold. It was for earlier generations, but we are at it with Pokemon Black Generation 5, my favorite generation, next to Generation 4, Generation 6, 7. I'm kidding. No, I really love Generation 5. I don't know why, but it's probably one of my favorites. And we're trying to beat it today with only baby Pokemons. Now, there's like 6 or 7 baby Pokemon, so we can't have a full team. So right now, we're randomizing and we're limiting ourselves to only 3 baby Pokemon. So the first 3 we get out of this Pokemon randomizer website is what we'll get. So we get Tyrogue, Elekid, and an Igglybuff. Probably the worst 3, and I'll explain why as the video progresses. But you know, I could have had something really insane, something useful, like a Smoochum or a Magby, something that, I don't know, hits harder and has a special move that's useful. I assumed that as soon as I got this draw, I was like, okay, Elekid's probably going to be the one I use the most, and it's okay. I'll be alright. So if you guys are excited for this video, drop a like right now, comment down some challenge ideas you want me to do in the future, and also subscribe if you guys haven't out already. We're pretty close to 6K. I think we're like 200 off, so if you could reach that, that'll be very cool. Thank you so much for sticking around for me and watching my content. And as well, here is my Switch code if you guys want to add me for Pokemon Sword and Shield. And as well, here's my Twitter for live updates, so follow that if you guys can. Anyways, let's get into the video. Boom. We're doing the standard, you know, beat the rivals thing. I don't like the rivals in this game. It's a big fact. There's only a few rivals I actually like. I feel like not a lot of people really like the rivals. Like Generation 6, people hate it. Generation 7's alright. Gladion's cool, but people hate How. And then Generation 8, Hop was annoying. People hate him. And Bee was annoying. So Generation 5 is not the best either. Generation 4, people like Barry enough because it's pretty funny. He also has a diverse team, so Barry's up there in the gods of rivals. Generation 3, May was pretty garbage because she didn't even have a fully evolved Pokemon. Into Oras, Generation 2 wasn't too bad. His team was just kind of weak. His character was kind of cool, Silver. And then Generation 1, the all-star Gary, people really like him. I guess it's so hard to choose. I wish Silver was a bit harder, and then Barry was a bit more serious because it's kind of goofy. It wasn't even like much of a threat to you. So I like having that as a threat, like someone's like trying to take your goal away from you. Like that kind of rival is pretty cool to me. Unfortunately, all the rivals so far are just trying to help you, because I mean, I think a rival should be like someone who pushes you, someone who makes like it gets the best out of you. So I feel like if I was gonna make a Pokemon game, I would make the rival beat you a few times. If I'm trying to write a story, so even part of the anime, I would make the rival beat me a few times and then finally overcome him at the end near the league. So what they did in Diamond Pearl, where Ash kept losing to Paul, was great. I like that. It really made me feel like, you know, this guy is really like stopping Ash right in front of him, even though Ash has accomplished so much and Paul won't recognize him until Ash finally beats him. So that was pretty cool. What they did with Trip, they tried to replicate it. Trip just it just seemed like Trip was too entitled and he came off too annoying. He was like a beginning trainer. He wasn't even traveling that much. Like Paul had backstory. Paul had Turtwig this whole time. He's been training for a long time. He had a Torterra in the back. And that's not even his ace. Like that's crazy. He's been traveling for a long time. That's his starter, and that's not even his ace. His ace is his Electivire, which is crazy. And you know, Trip just came off so stupid. I mean, what I feel like what they should have done with Trip is to build him up, and then I think they should have gassed him up so much so that like Trip was like shocked the world. Like there's this like competition where like Ash and Trip battle, and then Trip got the best of him, and then the winner gets to have an exhibition match against the champion. So Trip obviously went against Alder, and then like lost to him fairly easily. But I wish like maybe the writer should just like let Trip beat Alder right there. Alder loses to Trip. Oh my god, the champion lost to Trip, but it's an exhibition match, so it doesn't count. He's not the champion. But like Trip is this prodigy. Like this guy could be like a Pokegod soon. Like he is made to like be a winner. And I think that should have been like a build up for it. Unfortunately, they didn't take that route. He kind of just let Trip lose. and then just only beat Ash, which is a shame. And then Ash lost in the Pokemon League in Unova against a guy who had 5 Pokemons, one of which evolved during their battle. So I mean, how is that a good look at all? So dislike Pokemon Black and White because they just mismanaged the story. In my opinion, they could have done a lot more, a lot of potential. Same with Hop in Sword and Shield. People really dislike Hop for what he did, and you know, Hop wasn't like a big threat to you during the challenge, during the game. So maybe if, I don't know, Hop beats something important, or like beats you like multiple times, but like always had this happy smile on him, and then once you beat him once, he becomes all depressed, and then he goes on a losing streak, and then you meet up in the Pokemon arena. I feel like that would have been a sick story, but you know, like, I feel like the player in the games should lose eventually. It's part of the story. Just lose. Just make them lose. Like, I feel like there's got to be tough grounds if you want to make a compelling story. Like, you're not facing adversity if you're beating everyone with your level 100 Eternatus. That's just, like, I don't know. So, back to the video. We're doing pretty well. I think we just cleared the 4th gym, and then, you know, Elekid's obviously our ace. But we have to hit up this ground gym, Clay's gym, because it's obviously part of the game, but we just don't have enough firepower to beat it. Like, honestly, we're just so weak. Like, I'm level 37, I'm 6 levels above it, and I do about half it, and it kills me in one shot regardless of what it does. So a bit of a pickle. So we're gonna have to get really lucky. Hopefully we could maneuver around it, but I need my Elekid to kill all 3 of his Pokemons, because Tyrogue is super weak. It has 4 moves for its entire lifespan. Before, like, you can't like get better moves on it, like, unless you teach it TMs. Even the TMs it could learn are awful. Like, the best move I got from it was Brick Break and Return the entire game. So it's not the best. I even kept Fake Out just so I could have some damage because it's kind of slow. The Igglybuff, you guys seen throughout the video, started with no attacking moves, so I couldn't really use it or justify me like training it up until I got an XP share and until I got really far into the game, and then there it wasn't that good. I thought I was gonna use it as a wall. It's not a wall. It's not good at anything. It's so sad to see. I mean, I feel like I could have got better draws than this. Maybe I should have just re-rolled off camera and cheated, but at first glimpse I didn't see anything. Like, I thought everything was going well because, like, you know, these Pokemon aren't the worst things in the world. Like they can learn moves, they can learn TMs, they could get better. But boy was I wrong. So wrong that Tyrogue is so useless as a Pokemon. And Igglybuff just cannot do anything right. But we get through Clay, and then we head into the Ghost Tower. And then we find this guy who has a Golett. That Golett is a ground and ghost type Pokemon. My Elekid has 2 electric moves, a fighting move, and a normal move. So it cannot touch Golett at all. And I'm like, how do I attack this? So my Tyrogue has Bulldoze. Problem is, Bulldoze does like 1/5, and it could kill me in 2 shots. And then my Igglybuff comes out, and I'm just gonna try to confuse it. Does not work. It does not work, and we are quite messed up right now. So we have to essentially lose to this one, and then come back, use Charm a bunch of times on it, and then beat it. This trainer. The gym here, obviously a flying type gym, and my ace is an Elekid, so it's not the worst thing. We smashed it, but no, that fight was disgustingly. I didn't think of it how bad that could be in the future. I was like, it was a one-time occurrence. I don't think I'll fight another Golett or Golurk anytime soon. And then you guys will find out soon, very soon, what happened. Because I didn't want to switch up my Elekid's moveset and get some, like, Golett counter on it, because I don't think it could learn anything that's really useful against Goletts. But going back to my tangent about Pokemon Black and White, I feel like these games are actually amazing. Some people obviously disagree. People say these are like the worst games. I feel like it reimagined Pokemon, because like when you start playing Pokemon, it's amazing because, you know, you learn all these Pokemon's typing and what's good and bad about it. And then I don't know, the visual of the game is pretty good. Like the battling felt good. Like how the HP drop, how you gain XP. It just looked really nice. Also like the battle, like Pokemon moving during battle is pretty cool. I mean, obviously it's setting up for like 3D animation and then full scale animations on console. It was pretty cool. But people like disagree and say there's no returning Pokemons. That's why people are upset. And now people are upset that there are too many returning Pokemons and not enough new Pokemons. It's like you're damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So I don't know. It's tough to say. It's really tough to say what is the correct approach, because people love Gen 5 but also despise Gen 5. It's really polarizing, especially since there's a garbage Pokemon. People whine about that. Oh, this garbage Pokemon ruins the game. It was 2 designs that are bad. Actually, no. I guess 5 designs that are bad. The ice cream line, vanilla ice cream line, and as well Garbodor's line. But look at all the other great Pokemon. Volcarona, Terrakion. Cobalion doesn't count as a good Pokemon. Virizion pretty cool. The 3 dragons are really great. And then the fusion is cool. Hydreigon. The starters are iffy. You know, Divey is probably the best one. Samurott looks alright. Emboar is a firefighting, so people hate that. Unfezant's not that bad. Like, if you think Unfezant is worse than Noctower, then you're stupid. And there's Levani, that's cool. Braviary, that's sick. There's so many good designs, and then people just buy in 2 lines that are like 5 designs out of the entire game. Like, it's so stupid. Anyways, we're heading to Chantal, and this is where problems begin. Elekid could beat this Cofagrius pretty easily as long as it missed the Will-O-Wisp. I had to reset a few times because it actually had attacked me with the Will-O-Wisp and landed. But here comes the Golurk, and I was like, wow. What do I do now? Lose. I lose. So the point of action is to just weaken it and slow it down, because Igglybuff is not fast enough. Now I've retooled my Igglybuff with Eviolite and Toxic and Light Scream, Charm, and Rest. An interesting moveset for an interesting Pokemon. Now this run, it doesn't look too good, but I get another chance, and I reset, and then we try it again. Now Golurk is a monster. We obviously recognize that, and we're just trying to chip it down until it's at obviously bottom HP. We send out Igglybuff, we charm it and toxic it, so we can have, you know, an easier time in quotations, because this thing is quite annoying. And you know, I could use Reflect on it, but it has Brick Break, so I opted for Charm instead. I was actually surprised. Golurk can fly because it's like a rocket thing. I don't know. I saw a movie, the Pokemon movie, obviously, where it started flying because it was just like, it just retracted its legs and just started flying. I mean, sure. Maybe that's in the Pokédex, but I mean, knock yourself out, Golurk. You the man. You the man, Golurk. Just knock yourself out. Oh, one more thing about Generation 5. Generation 5 had really sick moves. Obviously, of course, the Driftville song. Actually, a lot of Pokemon songs are really good. A little underrated. Like, it has a really good soundtrack, even with like some of the bad games. Like Generation 6, this really cool theme. I forget. During the Delta episodes, it's really cool. I forget who has it, but it's like such a sick theme. I'll play it right now. Boom. Background song right now. Boom. And then, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Oras, but the Primal Groudon and Kyogre scenes where they are spawned in are pretty sick. Heading into space with Ray is probably one of the sickest moments playing Pokemon. Like, that is like everyone's dream as a kid in Generation 3, to like go out in space and like fight Deoxys. Like, being able to fight Deoxys was like a dream come true, like in the games. And then now we could do it for free, and that's pretty sick. What other cool things have Pokemon done? The Pokewalker was pretty cool to get people to walk more. Wasn't there controversial that it started counting better than actual speedometers? What's it called? Octometers or something. The walking thing, the walking counters. They counted better than actual walking counters, which is cool, I guess. Didn't people just shake it to get like all the Pokemons they wanted. I feel like people just shook it and just got a bunch of points and got all the Pokemons they wanted. And you know, here's a funny story. I'm an idiot. That's why I am. I used to have a Pokewalker. I brought it to school. This is like the 4th grade, so I wasn't bringing it to like my high school, trying to throw it around. You know, I was in like the 4th grade, 4th or 3rd grade, and I was just running around with it. Apparently, I only walk 100 steps in school. That's a lie. So I probably wasn't doing it right. But then like I started shaking it more, and then I thought the battery was dead, so I took it apart and then I washed it. I washed my electronic walking counter thing, and I freaked out. I was like, well, that's not good, because it was just blank now. So I decided to shake it until all the water comes out, and then it was broken at this point. So I was like, well, now what I do? Because I'm an idiot. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I remembered it. I'm such an idiot. I did that a lot of times when I was a kid. I don't know why. I don't know, something's with me and water. Because I took my Game Boy and I would like fill up like a bowl in the shower, and then I would dunk my Game Boy in the bowl of water as a kid. And because I don't know, I wanted to clean it, I guess, you know. And then obviously when I took it out of the water, it didn't turn back on. So I gave it to my mom, and my mom just like tried to dry it. She like put it out near the sun, and luckily it came back to life, and then I could turn it back on and it worked perfectly fine. Oh my god, I was such an idiot as a kid. Like, I dunked everything, even the charger, into the water. The charger didn't do anything when it touched the water. It just got wet. But like, I try to clean everything like that, dunking it in the water, like drowning my Game Boy in water. And then actually I remember how I broke it. I was running home from my friend's house, and I tripped on a thing on a sidewalk. I was just holding it like in front of my belly, and then I tripped over something on a sidewalk, and then I fell on the floor. I got a nasty scrape, whatever. But then I try to like, there's a giant crack on my like the top of my Game Boy. I was like, uh-oh. So then I tried to turn it on. It was just a white screen with a crack on it. I was like, uh-oh. So I just kept trying to turn it on and turn it off, and then it just didn't work. It just broke. And that was my Game Boy for like 3 years, I think. It was my pride and joy. I also had a DS. It was more my sister, but we played it so much that the A button just got stuck in, so we couldn't use the A button at all. So I had to play Pokemon with the L button instead, so L equals A. So I just had to press the L button all the time, but that broke eventually. So I just bought a new DS growing up, and last Pokemon DS, when I was like 11, I used all my money I could. It was like $150 or something. It was a blue and black DS, and as soon as I opened it, it was a crack on it, and I was too scared to tell anyone. So about two or 3 months later, the screen just went, and then it just wouldn't flip over right. I bought this at like a swap market. I mean, maybe I should have just gone back. I don't think they take returns, but like it was floppy. Not the best moments in my life, because you know, I was a bitch. But I also played Pokemon quite a lot. Unfortunately, I took right after Pokemon Black and White released, I played the game. I waited like a few months, and then I just stopped playing Pokemon. I was like, I need to grow up. Gotta stop playing Pokemon. I feel like that's such a stupid mentality to have. I feel like I can play any game if I want. I mean, it's not hurting anyone that I'm playing any game. So it's the same thing for like if you're watching anything that's for kids. Like if you watch like My Little Pony, it's intended for kids. Just doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It probably has. I mean, I assume people watch it because there's plots into it. Like there's probably a deep plot to it. So similar to like an anime, there's a story to it, so people get invested. That's why there's bronies probably, or maybe they just like fucking horses. I don't know. But like, as long as it's not hurting anyone, like they're not going out like doing anything wrong. Like you might think it's weird, but stuff you guys like, everything anyone does is weird. Like people just engage in weird stuff all the time, so it's not a big deal. Like unless of course it's not hurting anyone or hurting themselves, it's alright. Maybe. Like, there's obviously exceptions to every rule, but in a general sense, I feel like most things that you get invested into should be fine as long as it just doesn't hurt anyone. Like, you watch kids cartoon, big deal, get over it. It's just a cartoon. You're watching, you're getting enjoyment out of something. Like, who really cares? That's such a long tangent, but I'm glad some people actually really enjoy these commentaries, and you guys, like, I don't know, get some enjoyment out of these commentaries. I like that. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So we're fighting again. We got Zekrom, but I ain't playing with it. I don't play with that. So we're just throwing netballs into, it kills me, and then, like, I can't use Zekrom. It's not a baby Pokemon. It don't come from an egg. It don't pop out a baby Pokemon. Start the line, none of that stuff. They don't really do baby Pokemons, do they? No, they don't really do that anymore. They just make new forms. They don't really even evolve older Pokemons. They just make a new forms and boom. Actually, they kind of evolve new Pokemons. More different, like, forms, I guess. Kind of cool. Wish they bring back Megas, though. That'd be sick. Anyways, also, I want to say, if you guys do listen for the commentary and come for the video, I want to say thank you so much for watching all the way to this far. It means a lot to me. I don't know, I get to like be more personable. Like, I don't have to commentate over every little minute detail because you guys understand Pokemon. You guys are not stupid. But, like, talking about more like other topics while having, like, these in the background is pretty cool, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. There's quite a few of you guys in the comments that interact with what I say, like pick out some of the topics I talk about, and then you guys put in your own opinion, and I think that's pretty cool. Come for the challenge, stay for the commentary. That's the logo, that's the motto. Yeah, I fuck with that, dude. I fuck with that. And there's gonna be some sick videos coming up in the next week. I just have to, like, really like bust them out. Like, I have to, like, start working on all of them really closely, because there's a video coming out on Wednesday. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I feel like this video is gonna be insane. I hope a lot of people enjoy it too, because I feel like it's gonna be enjoyable. And then Saturday is gonna be Sword and Shield challenge video, my first Sword and Shield challenge video, and I'm pretty sure people are gonna love that. And then, we're just gonna go down December. We're gonna finish off our 1 year on YouTube, going out pretty strong. I feel like we even have a sick upload on Christmas that's gonna be cool, and then we can go from there. Honestly, really fun thing coming up, and I hope you guys are there for the ride. So don't forget to leave a like, comment down some Pokemon challenge ideas you guys want me to do, and some Pokemon topics if you guys want me to talk about them too, or any topics. I don't mind topics. I just talk about anything. And also subscribe if you guys are not already. And I hope you guys all had a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Anthony Joshua and Ruiz too will be on today, so that's gonna be insane. I think Anthony Joshua will win. Hopefully he get his title back. But that's gonna be a sick fight to watch. But anyways, my name's Alpha. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'm out. Peace.